My story. So a few years back, I was not involved in church and I was going through a lot of depression. I was addicted to alcohol and it was kind of controlling my life. At that time, I was extremely depressed and I had caused 2 car accidents. And I knew something had to change because it was affecting like my entire life, all of my relationships in my life and my work ethics, everything. It was controlling everything. And so I had started going to rehabs, but at that time rehabs weren't working for me. I went several times and then I decided to try sober living and that didn't work either. And I tried AA and that did not work either. Like all of these steps I was taking, just nothing was like taking away the power of the alcohol had on me. So I had come back after sober living back to St. Louis and I started trying to get my life back together. I started a new job, I started going to the gym and things like that, and then I met this guy. Whenever I had started becoming his friend, I told him about my past and I told him how I just really need God in my life because during my times in AA, they kept telling me about a higher power and I really wanted to give that like a try because I really believed something about this higher power is gonna like heal me. So we became friends, we stayed friends, and eventually he brought me to his church, which just happened to be New Life. And when I got here, I realized that like my sister's kids had gone here to the kids' school downstairs, so I already felt like I had a connection here. The first thing that happened was we started worship, and there was something about the worship that I really admired in the church. I just admired the way that everybody was like just worshiping and loving God and like they were so happy and like it was like nothing I'd ever experienced. But at this time, like I was super nervous. I felt like out of place, and so I just kind of sat in my chair and just watched. So I continued to come back to church at that point because there was something that I just really liked here. And I remember the first time that I actually stood up to worship and clap my hands, it was like chains had just fallen off of me. It was something that I had really wanted to do for a long time, and it just felt like liberating. And so I continued to come back, and I just found something here at New Life that was like life-changing. I was super depressed before, I had no friends, and coming here I started making friends, getting involved in the life group. There's a girl, Stephanie, who invited me to her house to do Bible studies and out to dinner, and it was just something that like I really needed in my life at the time. And then eventually I got baptized in the name of Jesus. My daughter got baptized in the name of Jesus, and my mom also. So it's changing all of our lives. We're so happy to be here. And to this day, every Sunday morning when Pastor gets up and says, if you're a guest here, it's not a coincidence, I always think back to that, like it's not a coincidence that I came here, and I truly believe it was all part of God's plan.